I know you bet, but you hide them well. They're not always clear in the light, yeah. Oh baby, don't hide, no. I can feel all the fire in you. Though your eyes are cold, they still burn right through your disguise. And all of your lies I scaled through. Oh, you're built inside. And now I'm gonna tear it down, tear it down. I'm gonna tear it down tonight. Scaled through.
Ground. Ball to be won at ground level again here. It's the Borough with first hands on it. Marigliani, good handball, got it away to Pinwell, got quick hands away, and the Borough have worked it nicely to half forward. In they go with a long ball. It's 2-on-1 for the Hawks initially, but the one stayed down for the Borough, and that was Langford. And that's enough for the first of the day. They draw first blood. It's 1 straight 6. Port Melbourne to Box Hill yet to score. We've gone 4.5 minutes thanks to the Red Time Sport iPhone app.
To me, that's pretty much a big dose of karma there for Will Langford. He made beautiful position, sneaking in from the far wing on the previous forward entry for Port Melbourne. Didn't get the kick over the top, didn't get the reward, and that's a part of football, the extra running you do. You don't have to get hard ball gets all day long. If you're creating options by your tough running, then you deserve to get the ball. On that occasion, ran down, created the overlap, one extra number, gets the goal. Well done.
Let's see what they can do from the ball up. Good work as a clearing kick from Port Melbourne comes out towards half-back and they find Baird.
So the old timer goes down the line to the young fella Sinclair. A few games between the two of them. He has it at half-back. Does Sinclair. A long ball. Look at the wing get a hold of that. Johnson, nice body work at the back. He read it best. The wind suited him. G. Rose got all the time and space in the 50 if they can get it to him quickly. A high ball. It's not going to get to Rowe, but coming in late and taking a good mark is Magna. So the long ball suited the Borough forwards who are running back with the flight of it and just caught the Hawks on the hop a little. The kick will come from 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
Well, that's the key to getting the ball moving quickly, and we know both teams, as we mentioned at the start of the game, they don't have one guy who's just going to sit back, kick it into space, give your teammate the right position to run onto the ball. Rowe didn't get there, but in the end Magna did because he followed down and got into the right position.
Just the 3 goals for 2014 for James Magna before this kick. He's just snuck that one in for his 4th of the year. Port Melbourne's 2nd of the day. They're 2-1-13, Box Hill 1 behind. We've gone about 13.5 minutes in this opening term thanks to the Red Time Sport app.
I think there'll be a lot of people out there that wonder why teams move the ball so slowly on occasions, and we do know why sometimes, because the other teams get so many players behind the ball. But when you have an open forward line, it still amazes me occasionally why they hold up the ball. On that occasion, Will Johnson said, I'm going to kick it long. It's 1-on-1, but I'm going to back my teammates to make the right position and get to the ball. And Magna got there in the end. If he didn't, Rowe was in with a chance to kick a goal too. Like the ball movement.
Worked it to the wing. Couldn't find a teammate with a mark, and the Borough have turned it over. A long ball from Fleming. They want to mark the Hawks. Or courageous stuff, but it didn't suit in the end. And now Sinclair can chip to the goal square, and Rowe just wanders on in and kicks their 3rd of the day. 3-1-19 the Borough over Box Hill with 2 behinds. We've gone 15 in the opening term.
They're going the handball, and Port Melbourne were straight onto it on that occasion. Good defensive effort by Mirror. Loudon now in defensive 50 for Box Hill. Good work by Johnson. Gets it onto O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan, the right boot kick, looking inside forward 50, and he's found his target and finds Sandy Robinson. And Robinson will line up from just 15 metres out, 45-degree angle. But one of those players, new recruit to Port Melbourne this season. Haven't quite found his role yet. I know Gary Ayres trying him as a forward. It might be a handy fall for Bonadeo down forward, having the two twin towers and then having the medium-sized forwards as well. And Robinson comes in, left boot kick straight through the middle, the fourth on the board for Port Melbourne. They move on to 4-2-26, leading Box Hill 1-4-10 on the Red Time Sport app scoreboard. He'll look to move the ball quickly. Goes backwards to Woodward. His kick smothers by Baird in the middle. Inside forward 50. Sinclair up towards half forward and finds Rowe.
He could almost make the distance here.
Well, kicking from 60 metres out. Bombs it long to the vacant goal square. And Urza, you've got it right. He's put it straight through the middle. Kicks his first of the afternoon. Second of the afternoon, I should say. Got the one on the run earlier on. And the fifth on the board for Port Melbourne. They move on to 5-2-32, leading Box Hill 2-5-17 on the Red Time Sport app scoreboard.
You'd have to say that's how the first quarter's gone. Some really fantastic athleticism from Box Hill, followed up by immense pressure from Port Melbourne. Once again, the skipper, John Baird, smothers the handball in the middle of the ground, turns it over and rows 6-1 from 60 metres out. He's a very accurate kick, but the skipper leading the way. Clearly the best player on the ground, I think, in the first term.
And here they come out of the middle. Baird with a long high ball. Didn't really get all of it. And need a mark here, and they get one. Good stuff from Magna, who has it at half forward. Is it going to be 50? There is. And the Hawks have coughed it up just like that. As quickly as they got on that quick roll, they've made life very difficult for themselves, and Magna can stroll to 30 metres out directly in front.
Well, both coaches will be pulling their hair out early in this term. A goal to each team, and largely, well, he hasn't kicked it yet, but I'm sure he will, from the ill discipline of his plays, getting a little bit overzealous.
So Magna to kick. Shouldn't have any issues here. Got one in the first to extend the lead to 8 points. And he makes no mistake. So the Borough get it back, and we're back out to an 8-point ball game. Good game developing here. This second term for sen.com.au. We've gone about 4 minutes in the second term.
So tapped down on that occasion by Robinson. Valenti with a fierce tackle. Ball extracted from the back. Magna, good work out to Purcell. They move forward. Langford for Port Melbourne goes long to the goal square. And that's taken great intercept by Brand. And that Cheney, he's under plenty of pressure. Here's a chance for Port Melbourne. And the umpire's called a
throwing the ball.
Throw. Yep. So the throw, and it will go the way of Sinclair for Port Melbourne. So an opportunity to capitalise and add their second goal of this second term.
He's looked very good, hasn't he, Sinclair?
He has, and Cheney's had a horrible day so far. He's had about 5 possessions that have either been turned over or had free kicks paid against him. But a great tackle from behind from Sinclair.
So brings the ball long towards goal. Goal umpire agrees. It's straight through the middle. 7th on the board for Port Melbourne. They move on to 7-3-45. Box Hill 5-7-37 on the sen.com.au scoreboard. Mark Irwin. Another at forward 50 with Murphy inside forward 50, looking for O'Brien or Grimley. Rigliani at the full of the ball for Port, and he will clear. Finds his man in the middle in Langford. Langford with the ball now for Port Melbourne. Goes long. Baird dropped what he should have taken, but he'll have a shot from 50 metres out. Goes long. Man all by himself at the top of the goal square. And Port Melbourne, another opportunity through Robinson this time. It started with him down there with the 2-on-1 contest. Rebounded. It's back with Sandy Robinson once again.
It's just end-to-end work at training, really, isn't it? And we talked about Morigliani being the real extractor in the midfield, but today he's played purely off half-back for the Borough. Gary Ayres wants him setting up things from back there, and it started with him. Good movement from Langford and Baird.
So Sandy Robinson, left boot kick straight through the middle. He has his second goal of the afternoon. Port Melbourne have their 8th. And they move on to 8-3-51, leading Box Hill 6-7-43. The football now, Wanganeen, handballs onto O'Donnell. O'Donnell over the fingertips of Murphy. Kane now for Port Melbourne, puts him back up towards left half forward. At the fall of the ball, handball came out. That was good work by Kelly to Wanganeen. Oh, Baird, handballs to Pinwell, back to Baird, handballs back. Rowe in the forward pocket, runs into an open goal and slots through the ninth goal for Port Melbourne. They move on to 9-4-58, leading Box Hill 6-8-44 on the sen.com.au scoreboard. Julian Rose slotting through goal number 3 for the afternoon. Mark Irwin.
Off to Tynan. Tynan's worked it beautifully. Got away from his man. Handball Wolfenden. Off to Fleming. Down the line they go. Through the middle. Good stuff. Shibiani takes the mark. Quickly onto his left foot. Inside the 50, the Borough go, and the mark is taken. Beautiful movement of the footy, and Rowe will take the shot from just on the arc with a 45-degree angle to contend with.
You'd have to say he's an excellent chance of kicking this. I'm going to back him to put it through. But once again, I love the fact that Port Melbourne continue to pressure, but they get a chance to hit and run, and they do that. They go quickly. Scipione with a lovely 45 to 50 metre pass directly on his chest.
He has 3. They lead by 2 before the kick. He's got 4 and they lead by 8 afterwards. Terrific game at Box Hill City Oval. The Borough answer and just edge a little bit further in front. This is good stuff.
The athleticism and excitement of Box Hill, known for their hard bodies, but if there's one guy who has that, it's Heather.
Oh, gee.
That's a
Andrews and Morigliani, a couple of bulls going at it in the middle of Box Hill City Oval, and they both just emerge without a problem in the world. They shake it off, toss it back to the umpire and say, let's do it again. Came through O'Sullivan, did well. Strong body, got it on to Rowe, who kept going to Purcell. They link up nicely to Langford, who sold some candy and then darted away. Kicks inside the pocket. Beautiful movement of the footy, and Valenti takes it in his hands. 2 metres in from the boundary line. He'll kick from just on the arc. It'll take some kicking errs, but this has sort of been the spot that you think might be kickable.
Yep, no doubt. This is certainly a much more kickable position than where Grimley was for the Hawks moments ago. It's a lovely kick for goal for Valenti, but once again, it was the run from him from half-back into open space that's created this opportunity. Great running.
So for the first score of this third term, he'll score. Will he get the major? Yes, he will. He's a little champion, isn't he? And his players run to him. It extends the lead back out to 8 points.
Type of player. I know we haven't seen that in the IF. No, we haven't seen that in the actually their preference. And Cheney just giving away a free kick on Bonadeo.
So the free kick will go the way of the Borough. Was there the advantage? No, it'll be played for Bonadeo. 12 metres out directly in front. He won't have any problems here. They lead by 2 points before he gets boot to ball.
Interesting that you're just talking about that match-up, and 30 metres off the ball, he gives away a free kick. They might like him on a big fella. I'm not sure they like him giving away goals 10 metres out directly in front.
So Bonadeo, with some extra responsibility, whacked on his shoulders after Fanning headed off to hospital with what we believe was a hit to the cheek. The Hawks are there in support. The left foot kick from half-back fortuitously lands in the arms. I think that was Collins who took it and kicked it quickly. Got it to half-forward. They need a kind bounce here, the Hawks. They get one. O'Brien, well tackled though. Really well tackled. The cavalry arrive, but it's all too little, too late. A wonderful tackle in defence. Good stuff from Fleming. And it'll relieve the pressure for the Borough. Feel like anyone's going to break away. Here's Baird from the stoppage. Got it away heavily. Handball was interrupted. Good stuff, Sinclair. Got it across to Langford, who's a good game. He steers it into the path of Pinwell. Slipped over. He might have been taken after he kicked. And there's a little bit of feeling now from Magna. That was on Webster. And there's a down the ground free kick. They just need to be careful they don't give it away here. There's a bit of feeling creeping in. Pinwell takes it quickly, kicks a long ball deep in the pocket. They all fly. Who needs to stand down? Shipione did, and he snaps the goal. Out to a 7-point margin. 21 gone, third term for Peter Jackson, Melbourne.
Lights on the outer side car park shine on to Box Hill City Oval.
Good
as
idea.
the ball goes forward. Good punch away. Port Melbourne now with a great opportunity. Sold the dummy, did Julian Rowe. Got onto his left boot, and he has slotted through goal number 5 of the afternoon. And great performance by him. 14 goals, 690, Port Melbourne. Box Hill 12-10-82. And that, of course, on the Peter Jackson Melbourne scoreboard. Mark Irwin
out on the full, but the goal umpires awarded the point. It's 84-91, 10 gone in this last term.
So Merigliani doesn't go the top this time, but gets it onto Woofenden on the outer side. Davies. He'll size up his option. Handballs over the top to Kane. Back to Davies. They're running along the outer side wing. Pinwell. Can he get the handball over the top? He held it well. Now they're inside forward 50. They've got the run. They push it forward. O'Sullivan goes goalward and slots it through. Coast to coast by Port Melbourne. Fantastic football by them. And their 15th goal on the board. 15-7-97. They lead Box Hill 12-12-84 on the Peter Jackson Melbourne scoreboard. And what transition football by the Borough.
That's goal of the day. Easily goal of the day. We've talked about Box Hill's athleticism and speed. Port Melbourne have good athleticism, but not to the Box Hill's level. But they ran in the wave. They had so many numbers around. Box Hill have to man up every single player on the ground if they've got any chance of winning this match.
Magna has it. He goes to the pocket. A big mark was taken. Rowe had it in the breadbasket, and the umpire's going to lead home now. 99-92 before he puts boot to ball just outside the arc, directly in front.
Well, he's chipping, but even still from John. There we go.
Siren goes. What a contest. We came here hoping to see a high-quality game of football between the best two sides in the VFL. And boy, oh boy, did we get it. 15-9-99 Port Melbourne win against Box Hill at Box Hill City Oval. 13-14-92.
Well done, Jack!
Great work, mate. Good work, Rowie.
Gary, thanks very much for joining us again on Borough TV for another week. We've just had a very close victory over Box Hill. Great win, great game of VFL footy at a very high standard. Both sides were looking dangerous on their counter-attack, I thought.
Yeah, they were, Cam, and it was really an offensive game today. We couldn't get our defensive mechanisms really happening today, and we had to basically get into a shootout because of the way Box Hill were playing. So for us to outscore them, and they've certainly been scoring fairly freely, it was just a case of, I guess, which side could actually kick straighter at the end of the match, and we were able to do that. So a fantastic away win, and there's a lot of games we play against Box Hill that are very, very tight, but as long as we keep coming out in front, mate, we'll be very happy at the Borough.
I thought our pressure was great in the first half, which led to Hawks turnovers and goals.
Yeah, that was true, and I thought our work around the stoppages too, there were lots of times where we were able to just retard them and not get their outside game going, and also too, a lot of opportunities that they actually created were having shots on goal from a long way out, whereas I thought we got the ball more so in the corridor, and of course that enabled us to be a lot more effective in front of goal than we were last week.
Bit of an arm wrestle in the third quarter, but our defence I thought was outstanding.
Yeah, they were, and led by Sam Fleming, Dan Noonan, Marcus Merigliani, Damien Mercedes, Luke Tynan, Josh Purcell going back there. So there was just a lot of guys that had to cover today because we were down one rotation with Dave Fanning going off to hospital at half time.
It's hard to single out players, but Marcus and Baird were just unbelievable, I thought.
Yeah, they were, and especially when we needed cool heads and composure and a poise. And, of course, you want the ball in John Baird's hand. He's just an unbelievable leader. And I thought the last 4 or 5 minutes when he was able to distribute the ball and just pass it off on the 45 just to retain possession was absolutely outstanding today. And Johnny just played a super game.
What does that win do for the club?
Well, it just keeps the momentum going, hopefully, Cam, and we wanted to come out here and make a statement against the top side. Obviously, they were undefeated before today, so hopefully this will give us a shot of confidence. We know we've got the week off next week, for some guys anyway, because of the state game and our development team playing, but it was against worthy opposition, and I rate this win very, very highly.
Great work. Enjoy the week off, and we'll catch up with you at the Geelong game.
Good on you, Cam. Look forward to it, matey.